We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground, Carter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Carter once more.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now Allen off the bootleg.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Allen.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. When you talk about this Jets Jets defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now Charles is number 27 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen.
That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
He'll field this at the 5. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Nifty juke there. But I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Jets at 14-2 heading into this final week. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
A give up the middle to Carter.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term, complementary football. because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
But you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A waste of time.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. They needed 17 on 3rd down, and that's exactly what they got. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7.
And it's second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now 2nd and 3.
Wilson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
With touchdown number 23 here on the year.
and the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick,
and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw, it's Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Carter on the toss right. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Here's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Wilson. Throw right side complete to Carter. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
On 3rd down, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, receivers. They're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On second down, here's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Allen now looks to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On 3rd down, Wilson. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if they're sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw.
find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken at around the 40.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Wilson on first down. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Wilson.
And Lazard's got it again.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Alan Lazard, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
And Knox is going to have the Bills first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taking it about the 36.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Play action. It's Wilson. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Here's Wilson. And he is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31.
Carter straight ahead.
Oh, able to avoid him. But he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
Now Wilson on second down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Ed Oliver. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They go play action now. Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown! Michael Carter, a 5-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
That's caught, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to him on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's caught inside the 25. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
And the Bills first down.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jets' 19-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field, no matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
To throw, it's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law. And it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive with a handoff to Carter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd down, Cook. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A handoff for Carter.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Carter.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Carter.
He juked him. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43-yard line.
79 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Down the right sideline.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. So after the INT, it's Allen. It's complete, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the counter, Carter.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Carter. And he stopped immediately there. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another tote for Carter. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On 3rd down, here's Carter. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Here's 1st and 10. Allen. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. But if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for the Jets, they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss means they'll finish at 11-6 overall. And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our